The third quarter final is between Ferns St Aidan's and Oylegate-Glenbrien. So Alex, first of all, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'd know more about Oylegate having them in our group this year. They got a good win over us in Wexford Park. We were a few points up and they clawed back a win in the end. They got a goal and added on a point. Look, they're a good side. When you look at the Rex, Casey's, you have Podge Dorn there as well, and they're coming in off the back of a win over Glenbarntown as well, so they'll be bringing lots of confidence into this game, and look at deservedly into a quarter final, so they'll be throwing everything at this game against Ferns, and I don't think they'll be overthinking the fact that Ferns are county champions or 5 out of 5. They'll be going in and just seeing it as another game. It's a quarter final, anything can happen in these quarter finals. The fact that a team might finish 4th or 1st or whatever just goes out the window, takes up a whole new game, so yeah, they'll be going to this game with confidence.
And your thoughts on it, Conor?
Yeah, we played Ferns in the second round, and 5 minutes in we were 1-4 to no score down, and probably took us another 5 to get our bearings with how Ferns were setting up and playing. But I think for the next 50 minutes we were reasonably competitive, but I think probably the county final win for Ferns and the 5 victories, I think they're probably on maybe one of the longest streaks in the championship at the minute, and they just seem to be getting more confident in how they're playing, and they're very flexible as well. In probably Benny had been playing in the forwards, he's back out midfield. Paul can play full forward, corner forward, centre forward. Ian can do the same, and they're very flexible that way, and back seem to know what they're doing, and when they have an extra man it always seems to be Owen Murphy. But like Alex saying, I don't think Oylegate will overly fear Ferns. I think, for Oylegate, I think if they get their matchups right,
you just mentioned their matchups, Conor. It could be a very tactical game.
Yeah, no, I think it will be could be one of the most tactical games of the weekend. I think, particularly with puck outs, I think there could be a lot of maybe giving up with the puck outs, and maybe letting cornerbacks, fullbacks and these lads have it, and maybe retreating back the field and just trying to condense the space as much as they can. But no, definitely what Alex was saying about Oylegate is right, and I think even looked at them for 10 or 15 minutes yesterday evening again Glenbarntown, and they're trying to bring a mix. They're not maybe trying as much to hit the ball down on top of Podge as much anymore. They're trying to walk the ball through the lines, and they're working some good scores, and I think even for the likes of, they're getting Seamus Casey more involved in the game, which they'll need to. And I was very impressed with Pa Cullen and Peter Rowley as well yesterday. Two of them have a big engine in the middle of the field, so they do. Just not forgetting the two Rex, they're very, very big players for Oylegate. I think who Shane picks up the weekend, I think he'll be probably detailed to mark Ferns' most influential forward, and I think Damien will obviously play centre back, and he'll be the launch pad for most of Oylegate's attacks. And Mike Kelly is a very good player, and Kieran Horan and Paddy Case. Oylegate have decent backs, real tight, tigerish defenders, and they can also play the ball out as well. So I think it will be a tactical game, but looking forward to it as well.
An interesting kind of a question for you, Alex. If you were going out to play Ferns now at the weekend, which of the Ferns forwards would you least like to see coming into the corner to mark you, or for you to mark?
I don't know. That's it. Like, and generally I'm given these roles of maybe man marking a player, but they're so quick. One thing I always found about the Ferns forwards, they're so fast, so quick and nippy, and look, you're not going to get an easy mark. whoever has to pick up these lads, they're not going to get an easy game. Ferns are dangerous, they move the ball quick. I think they're coming under the radar a little bit this year. There's a lot of talk about Gorey, there's a lot of talk about St. Martin's, and Ferns won't mind that, coming into this game. So looking at the two sides, if I was to choose now, I'd go for Ferns, but very marginally.
Ferns, one vote.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Oylegate. I think if Oylegate can get their matchups right and stifle the Ferns forwards, I think they'll just get over the line, but I think it'll be tight as well. It'll be only a point or two in it, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be a fairly tight game as well, but I think maybe just the experience of Ferns and the confidence that they'd have from winning last year's championship might see them over the line by maybe 3 or 4 points.